We welcome you live into St. Xavier High School. It's playoff football as Lakota East is about to take on the St. Xavier Bombers. You see the run out right now. This is a highly anticipated matchup. Second round of the playoffs. East winning their first playoff matchup 59-47 in a shootout against Oak Hills. And now they have to come and play the 7-2 St. Xavier Bombers led by their quarterback Jackson Fry.
Both of these teams are coming into this matchup with big questions at hand. I mean, St. X is spunting a nice record at 7-2, but both of those losses coming in hard. They've been playing games, and not to mention, St. X hasn't played a football game in 4 weeks. They haven't played since, I believe, week 9. They didn't play week 10 and had a bye at the start of the playoffs. So this team they've gotten cold. It's been a while. And there's still some questions up in the air defensively for St. X. Not as much as East, though. There have been a lot of small issues that have just led to big drops for Lakota East. 3 losses on the season at hands of Mason, Princeton, and Middletown. All of those games, very, very tough losses for East fans, especially that Week 3 matchup against Mason. But this team has developed well. They have fixed some of these issues, and their stars have been shining. This is going to be a great game.
Yeah, could not be more excited. That St. X defense led by some guys, the Notre Dame commit Kobe Clapper. Got the DB Braden Riley on the outside. All guys, now Knutson and Ryder Hooks are going to have to keep their eyes on if they want to score points. This St. X defense is no joke. First in the GCL in yards allowed per game and points allowed per game. Their 2 losses, though, defense did give up some points. Obviously, Moeller dropped 30 on him. Elder was able to put up 23. But if this defense is able to shut down Ryder Hooks, St. X is going to have a good chance of winning this game, as Fitzstevens' kick will go out of the back of the end zone, and Jackson Fry and this St. X offense will go out.
Coming out for St. X's first drive, Jackson Fry and his high-powered offense here, showing Spencer Stegbauer, Daniel Vollmer, and Jake Britt all in the backfield as possible options. Cam Taylor, Alex McClatchy, and Aiden Newdigate, all possible receivers here coming into this playoff matchup. It's going to be a lot of passing here from the Bombers, and our Lakota East passing defense is going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
For sure will. Fry goes under center. Be a fake give. He's going to toss it out to his tight end, who's got the catch and breaks the tackle. He's got a first down. Going to have to cut inside on Dawson Reap. Already a big play for St. X as they get close to the 50.
Dawson Reap just barely keeping that tackle. Big tight end just barely slipped past. He got good amount of yardage there.
So St. X not really a team that's pass first. They like to keep it on the ground. Saw that a lot in their game against Moeller and Lakota West. They have the guys up front that they feel like can do it. Nice play fake there, though. Going to motion again. It's going to be a little pop pass this time, trying to get to the outside. Cole Miranda cuts him down, and Carson Schroyer is there to clean it up.
Great play by East defense here. Cole Miranda showing what he does best, getting off the line when he needs to and messing up some of these run plays. Cole Miranda, especially if you've watched some of these highlights, he is able to get on the edge of like a field goal block, and he can get around and try to get to blocking a field goal. He's got a lot of speed off the line, and he's been using it great so far.
That was Daniel Vollmer on the carry, listed as a quarterback, but does just about everything else. They'll give it to Vollmer right up the middle, but he meets Carson Schroyer once again. Dalton Cheney in there as well, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 12.
East's run defense has definitely, at the start of this year, there have been a lot of big issues and a lot of things we had to worry about. But now they have been showing that they are locked in and they are ready to keep things going here.
So already a 3rd and long in this game. Fry in a probable pass situation. Four receivers to his right, one to his left. Fry's going to drop back and look for his guy on the outside. It is picked off by Jaden Say, the receiver. Say on the return, cut down at around the 44-yard line. What a start for this East defense.
East defense is hot and ready now. That was a fantastic play by Jaden Say. Jackson Fry's pass was just a little bit short, cut back from his receiver, and a pick for Jaden Say. I believe that might actually be his first of the season. The Army commit wide receiver already showing some great both-way capabilities.
Yeah, Jaden Say doesn't play every snap on defense, but talking to these coaches, they said they were going to sell out to stop Say next. The best athletes are going to be on the field the full game, and you see one of them there, Jaden Say, the prolific receiver, making a nice play on defense. Knutson will trot out now with the man himself, Ryder Hooks, in his backfield. He'll motion McFarland. He'll give it to Ryder Hooks, hoping to have a huge game, but he meets St. X right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of questions for this game. How is this East O-line going to be able to hold up against this prolific St. X D-line? See Josh Fassbender in that time, 6'4", 255-pound senior. Only has one sack on the season, but you see there, he is just a force in the run game. St. X loves to stack a lot of people in the box. They only run 3 down linemen, but it feels like there's at least 7 guys in there every single run play. And kick it out to Carter Jones, trying to get to the outside. Nice block from Jaden Say. He's going to push him for a first down. What a fight from Carter Jones.
It's definitely going to be a game where Lakota East's normal game plan might not stem out for them as they normally do. If you watched any Lakota East football game this year, you will know that the game plan on offense is give it to Ryder Hooks and let him do his thing. As we saw, the one time they handed it off to him, he got almost nowhere with it. Lakota East is going to need to start up the passing game if they're going to want to take control.
Ryder Hooks will leave the slot, go right next to Knutson. He's going to go out for a pass. They'll get it to him, but he is dropped behind the line of scrimmage, so nothing opening up early for Ryder Hooks. It was Jake Britt that came in on the tackle. Another senior on this St. X defense. He's played a lot of snaps as their outside corner, just 6 foot, 186 pounds, but he has had an interception in 5 pass breakups. One of the 2 really lockdown corners on this St. X defense. On the other side of the field, you see number 2, Braden Riley. He'll line up just about anywhere in the secondary. McFarland goes into motion again. Knutson gives it to Ryder Hooks. Hooks trying to find a hole. He'll push it for a nice gain of about 6 yards, but it will bring up a 3rd down and medium situation.
Definitely, like I mentioned earlier, Ryder Hooks is going to be having quite a hard time tonight, especially with that run game. And you can just see that this St. X team and even this St. X student section has came in ready for Ryder Hooks. Hearing a little bit of the overrated chant from the student section. There's tons of them out here. It's definitely going to be a little bit of a home field advantage effect here tonight. East is going to be playing under some unusual circumstances here.
So Knutson, 3rd down and 6, bobbles the snap a little bit, fires to the outside, too far for P.J. McFarland. It'll bring up a 4th down and 6. Just a miscommunication that time. McFarland might have slipped on his route as well, but still send out Tyler Gruber to punt.
Now Knutson definitely feeling a little bit of that pressure there on that play. You could tell he wasn't right ready to get that ball out, and came up a little bit slippery. McFarland wasn't ready for it. End up giving up a 4th down. Have to come out here and punt.
Gruber will take his long stride. Punt gets away, and a nice bounce. If Thurman can get to it, he will. What a punt from Tyler Gruber. Going to pin St. X back down at the 5.
Coming into this season, there was a little bit of competition between Tyler Gruber and A.J. Fitzstevens to see who would keep punting. Fitzstevens got a couple tries last year, couple good ones, couple bad ones, but now we are seeing that Tyler Gruber is the definite first pick. Great effort here on special teams by both Tyler Gruber and Braxton Thurman to get back there and pin St. X deep in their own territory. Second drive for the St. X Bombers, starting on their own 5-yard line.
So St. X now is a running back. That's Daniel Vollmer in the end zone. They'll give it to him on the right side. Vollmer trying to find a hole. Vollmer will get about 7 yards. Solid run that time.
Daniel Vollmer, definitely not the go-to, but like you mentioned, he is playing all over the place. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him in the backfield and anywhere else we might have to see him. But if that sideline wasn't as far as he wasn't as close to the sideline there, he could have gotten a lot more yardage for sure.
Yeah, and pretty much everybody on the St. X team can block really well, from their center to their receivers. Somebody is out there putting a helmet on a helmet. We'll have to see, though, as Vollmer lines up at running back once again. Over Fry's head into the end zone. Fry's going to have to fall on it and just chuck it out of bounds. That could have been disastrous for Jackson Fry.
It's like maybe Dalton Chaney, Chris Leverett trying to chase Jackson Fry down in the end zone there. Even if that wasn't as bad of a fumble, they could have gotten him for the safety.
Man.
That was just a detrimental play for St. X.
That was a lucky bounce that it took. Just popped right into Fry's hands. So a little bit of struggles so far from this St. X offense. Obviously, like you said, haven't played football in quite some time. Had to substitute their Week 10 game for an inter-squad matchup. So on another 3rd down and 5, Fry's going to drop back, look for his guy over the middle, and it is dropped from Cam Taylor. You don't see that too often from him. He's had an amazing season, 27 catches, 404 yards, and 6 touchdowns, but just a little bit too far for him. Couldn't reel it in. Weather already playing a little bit of an impact. It's not raining anymore, but that ball and ground are still a little bit slippery. See how it affected him there. So
Yep.
Vollmer will stay in, though, to punt.
Definitely. 56 degrees out, definitely not super chilly, but like you said, it is going to be a little bit wet out there. Going to have to be playing in some unlikely conditions.
Vollmer will get a punt away, averages about 36 yards per punt, and that one was shanked. East going to be set up in great field position, already in St. X territory, so a good job from Tyler Gruber to set this East defense up well, pinning St. X back in their own end, and now Knutson is going to get a chance with great field position.
Definitely. I mean, even with great field position, that doesn't for sure say you're going to get a score. I mean, they were set up on their own 40, definitely not as far back as St. X just was, but even with an okay field position, you still got to get 10 yards in 3 plays or you got to punt it away. And there's been a little bit of struggles with that so far for Lakota East.
East now set up at the 31-yard line. They will go to Ryder Hooks, who's trying to take it right up the middle and will get a couple of yards. Nice job from this East O-line, able to push St. X back a little bit. Staying ahead of the 6 here. Going to be 2nd down and 6.
St. X defense really just crowding the trenches here. Got Josh Fassbender and Kobe Clapper all coming up the middle, making sure Ryder Hooks doesn't get these big plays up the gut that he's so known for.
Kobe Clapper, the great middle linebacker, but Knutson will get a nice pass out to Jaden Say, and Riley misses the tackle. Jaden Say with the quick East touchdown, and East goes up 6-0.
This is a fantastic play by Jaden Say. Looks like he was going to get brought down, and he just slipped right through the guy's arms. Great pass, touchdown to put Lakota East up. This is just where you want to be, and it's only the first quarter here. Been playing football for only a couple minutes now. Jaden Say is already having himself a better game than we normally see out of him.
Yeah, definitely wanted a bigger year from Jaden Say, but he's turned it on when he's need to. as the extra point from Fitzstevens is up and good, and East will go up 7-0 early. We'll step away after a nice Jaden Say touchdown that pushed East up 7-0. We have about 6 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Hey Lakota East! I'm Bailey. And I'm Natalie. And welcome back to your Sports Spotlight, the place to catch up on all the action from the field to court and beyond.
It's been an awesome fall season full of big moments, record breakers, and some serious Thunderhawk pride. Let's dive in.
First up, our football team is heading into the playoffs tonight. Let's keep packing the stands and cheering them on as they continue their postseason run.
And talk about making history. Ryder Hook set another new school record for the single season rushing yards. That's one for the books. Congratulations, Ryder.
And over in cross country, our runners crushed it all season. Riley Meyer from the boys' side and the girls' team are now headed to state. Good luck, the whole school's behind you.
And let's not forget about our girls' volleyball team who battled all the way to become district runner-ups. Way to fight hard and finish strong.
From soccer and golf to tennis and cheer, our fall athletes gave it everything they had, and it showed.
We also want to give a huge shout out to all of our athletes who made all GMC teams this season.
These players stood out in soccer, cross country, golf, and tennis, showing the best of what Lakota East athletics is all about.
Way to represent. We are proud of every single one of you.
Now as the temperature drops, things are heating up for winter sports.
That means it's time for basketball, wrestling, bowling, gymnastics, swimming, and even chess to take center stage.
Tryouts and practices are underway, and we can't wait to see our athletes hit the court.
We welcome you back to St. X High School after the nice Jaden Say touchdown set up from great field position off a Tyler Gruber punt. AJ Fitzstevens is set to kick it away, so St. Xavier already playing from behind. This defense is used to dominating games. They're winners of 4 straight. They have just been electric down the stretch, at least defensively. Last time they played was a 41-7 victory against St. Ignatius, where they just dominated in every facet of the game. Fitzstevens will boot that one away. Holding on St. X was called on the extra point, so easy kickoff for AJ Fitzstevens. That he actually put that past the fence there in the back of the end zone. Jackson Fry going to have to come back out here after some early miscommunications with his receivers and his offensive linemen. Going to have to get things going. St. Xavier team knows now that East offense is legit.
Mm-hmm. Same could be said about their defense. I know I mentioned it earlier how they've been fixing stuff, but these last 2 or 3 weeks, East's passing defense has been playing at an elite level we've been expecting to see. Ranked pretty highly at the start, but they've just been playing teams who didn't throw the ball very much. Showing out they're playing great.
Britt will go into motion. Still get it right to him up the middle. Wells trying to bring him down from behind, but it'll be a first down run for Jake Britt. Normally plays defense. Talked about him a little bit earlier. Not the biggest guy, just 6 foot, 186 pounds, but one of St. Xavier's 2 lockdown corners that they have. Great first down run, though, from the DB.
Definitely. I mean, definitely a lot of movement there. Saw him go back over to the right, over to the left, and back again. Got it right up the middle, confused the Lakota East defense just a little bit. Kem Wells almost got him, but was caught just short.
Balmer's going to get the carry. Brought down hard from Cameron Wells. East defense playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after giving up 47 to Oak Hills. Oak Hills was able to do whatever they wanted, and it just seems like they're playing more relaxed and calm down there.
Definitely. I mean, with this student section, this band, this energy that St. X is bringing tonight, East defense is just going to have to play calm and cool and composed if they're going to want to keep themselves from shooting themselves in the foot.
So Fry's going to fake the give to Vollmer, tries to get it out to Aiden Newdigate. They will say that he makes the grab. It was a low throw from Jackson Fry, but a nice grab from Newdigate, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Definitely not the most consistent play type or play design for St. X. They're definitely a team of going for more ambitious moves, but just a little dump off there. Had to get the ball out quick, fake the play action, just get it out, get them closer than they need to be to that 1st down.
Heavy set, heavy shift to the left here from St. X. They'll give it to the left side, trying to pick up this 1st down, and Vollmer has a hole. Braxton Thurman trying to run him down. Vollmer could be gone. Vollmer breaks the tackle and is in. So St. X strikes back with a nice touchdown run from Daniel Vollmer.
Daniel Vollmer, 2nd touchdown of the season for him. You would, just by that, seeing how that came through, you would think it would have been more, but it has been a very, very spread out set of touchdowns for this team. Cam Taylor taking a majority with only 6, but that was a nice play by Daniel Vollmer getting up the sidelines. Only not Beckett Bush. Braxton Thurman could have stopped him, and unfortunately he wasn't able to.
Not quite sure why camera isn't on it, but the extra point is up and good from Owen Davidson. Has only missed 1 extra point all year. And St. X will tie this score at 7. 4 minutes left in the 1st quarter.
Lakota East.
I'm Bailey.
And I'm Natalie. And welcome back to your Sports Spotlight, the place to catch up on all the action from the field, the court, and beyond.
It's been an awesome fall season full of big moments, record breakers, and some serious Thunderhawk pride. Let's dive in.
First up, our football team is heading into the playoffs tonight. Let's keep packing the stands and cheering them on as they continue their postseason run.
And talk about making history. Ryder Hook set another new school record for the single season rushing yards. That's one for the books. Congratulations, Ryder.
And over in cross country, our runners.
We are back as St. Xavier is getting ready to kick this one away. Score is tied at 7 with 2 nice touchdowns from both of these teams. St. X with a chance to pin East back deep. We're going to see a return here from Braxton Thurman. Haven't got too many of these this year, and he is just going to get hit and dropped right around the 17-yard line. So not nearly as good a field position as the last drive for now Knutson in this offense. We'll have to see what they come up with here on first down from the 17.
Braxton Thurman, definitely not a guy that can withstand getting hit and getting blasted like that in the field position he was in. I mean, he's what, 5'5", 5'6"? When we see him coming and getting the ball there on these kickoff returns, you're hoping he doesn't get hit, because when somebody gets their hands on him to get a stop, they're getting a stop.
Despite his size, though, Braxton Thurman has some incredible athletic ability. You saw it last year as a sophomore. He broke off some big runs, had a nice kick return touchdown that year, too. Do worry, though. This St. X defense and kickoff team is no joke. Feels like everybody on their team is 6'3" or taller, as Ryder Hooks is going to get the carry to the outside, but gets nowhere. Kobe Clapper, the Notre Dame commit, right there to stop him at the line of scrimmage.
It's definitely going to be a very big-name game for both of these teams. I mean, both of these squads have great players, and like you mentioned already, Kobe Clapper committed to Notre Dame, part of this fantastic St. X defense, going up against a very high-powered Lakota East offense. This is a great time to be seeing both of these teams, and this passing offense versus this rush passing defense, it's been a great show so far.
St. X trying to give Knutson a lot of different looks. Want to keep him off balance. As Hooks is going to try to man up with Clapper, and Knutson will get dropped down. Huge sack from Kobe Clapper, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and long now, deep in their own end.
Lakota East definitely playing from behind, even if this score is tied. St. X's defense has been on point, allowing only that one small mistake that gave Lakota East their first touchdown. So far, this has been lockdown defense. Passing game could be developed well, but even if they want it to, there's too much pressure on Niall Knutson.
Not the spot you want to be in for just a sophomore, first year on varsity. He's going to swing it out right. Going to try and break it back left, and goes down again. Big sack from Aiden Reeder, the other senior linebacker. And this is going to be a tough spot for Tyler Gruber to punt out of.
Tyler Gruber, like we saw earlier, he's got a very long approach for his punts. He's going to be in a tight space here. And with the amount of pressure St. X has been applying, this is going to be a really hard punt to get off.
Gruber is at his own back line. He'll get it away. Somebody might have got a hand on it. St. X will field it, dive down on it. That was Alex McClatchy on the return, but St. X going to be set up right at East's 30-yard line, so they get their chance to be set up in good field position. This East defense is going to have to come out swinging.
Special teams, man. It's just giving such an impact to this game so far. Great punt by Tyler Gruber originally, and then this second one he's had to have doesn't go nearly as far. Like you said, might have gotten some interference there. Get that. It's only about a 35-yard punt at best. Putting St. X in a place they would love to be again and again. Let's see how they use it.
See 4 down linemen now for East. Fry's going to take this one himself, though, has all the time in the world. Going to fire close to the end zone, too high for Alex McClatchy. Cole Miranda was right there, though. Fry just could not connect with his slot receiver.
I mean, Jackson Fry, definitely a good passing quarterback, has over 1,600 passing yards, 18 passing touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, but he has 4 now. Thrown one to Jaden Say earlier in the first quarter, and he's been in a spot where most of these passes have gone high or gone away. This game in these conditions have impacted him a lot more than we've started to think.
Could be out of sync with his receivers. We'll say again, they haven't played in quite some time. This time, Vollmer dropped hard from the 2 seniors, Carson Schroyer and Dawson Reap. It'll bring up a 3rd down and long. So this East defense was up to the challenge so far in this short field position, showing a lot of fight against this St. X offense.
These East defensive players here, like we just saw, Dawson Reap and Carson Schroyer, both guys that have been, sorry, not both. Dawson Reap been playing for this team his whole high school career, played behind his brother Cohen. Carson Schroyer coming from Moeller his sophomore year, has been playing his heart out.
Fry's going to drop back now, is going to get it out on an in route, and it is caught. Flag is thrown, though. That was Cam Taylor on the reception. We'll have to see what the flag is, though. Signaling it is on East. Nice pitch and catch there from that time from Fry to Taylor.
Ryder Hooks in coverage there. Just barely had to be stuck behind Cam Taylor there. Just put him in a position where that ball, once it's gotten to Cam Taylor, that's a catch. And I have to see what the flag is. Sounds like it might be, I believe, a pass interference, but Cam Taylor still caught that ball, and St. X in beautiful field position now.
That's a tough catch, too, in these conditions. It was a chance for East's defense to get off the field, but they give up the 3rd and long. Vollmer's going to take it on the outside. Vollmer trying to push to the end zone, gets really close. Might be spotted at the 1-yard line, at the 1.5 line. So now a 2nd down and very short for this St. X offense, and this is a spot where they want to be, their heavy run offense. hard to think they're not going to do anything else but just try to punch this ball into the end zone.
Even with this Lakota East goal end zone defense has been playing their heart out this season, putting a lot of effort in to get those short stops.
Yeah, you saw they forced Oak Hills into 2 fourth-down situations at the goal line in their last playoff game, but that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Your score, 7-7.
Hey Lakota East,
I'm Bailey.
and I'm Natalie, and welcome back to your Sports Spotlight, the place to catch up on all the action from the field, the court, and beyond.
It's been an awesome fall season full of big.
We welcome you back now to St. Xavier High School. It is second down and goal for the Bombers. They're about a yard and a half out from the end zone. You see Kobe Clapper actually go in there as fullback. He'll go up to block, and Vollmer just going to leap into the end zone. Second touchdown for Vollmer as St. X will go up a touchdown.
St. X in that position, I mean, they were just born and ready to get that touchdown. When you're at that position starting another quarter, you end that quarter in the spot that you are, and you're like, yeah, let's talk for a minute, let's cool off, let's take a breath, and let's go out and score. St. X did just that.
Yeah, got their O-line a little bit of a break. Was able to get a nice push against his East D-line. See Owen Davidson out for the extra point. He might have missed it right. Looked very close to me, but they say it is up and good. So St. X will go up 7. East is going to have to be ready to respond. Hoping to get better field position. Last time out, they were set up at their own 17-yard line. Knutson had to take 2 dangerous sacks. Gruber had to punt out of his own end zone.
Definitely. I mean, my heart was racing there a little bit. Now Knutson trying to scramble a little bit at his own 5-yard line or so. Brought him down. Could have been close to a safety if he would have gone back much farther.
Definitely could have. Both teams will take a second to talk. The winner of this game will play the winner of Lakota West versus Moeller. If St. X were to win and Moeller were to win, that would be a crazy rivalry rematch between those two teams. And if East were to win and West were to win, it'd be an even crazier rivalry rematch. So no matter what happens in these two games, going to be an even better matchup next week in the tournament.
Believe that game is in a similar spot here. Moeller's up 7-0 at the start of the second quarter. Lakota West playing well. Defense is putting up a fight even against such a strong Moeller offense.
Yeah, led by Matt Ponatoski. He has been electric all year. Really been carrying that Moeller offense along with Tyler Jocelyn. Losing a lot as a receiver, still having a great year as Davidson will kick this one away. Thurman going to catch it in the end zone. He'll take the touchback. And Knutson and Ryder Hooks are going to have to go out there and try and respond.
It's definitely a place for Lakota East where they're going to need to get a drive going now. They've been in a spot where they have been unable to answer what St. X has been doing here.
We actually read that score wrong. Lakota West is on top of Moeller right now, 7-0. So that one's shaping up to be a very interesting game. Let's get back to this one, though. Knutson under center. He'll give it. Fake the give to Ryder Hooks. Being chased. Gets it out to P.J. McFarland, who has a full head of steam. Dropped down short of the first down, but a nice play on first to stay ahead of the chains.
P.J. McFarland, the Indiana Hoosier commit, definitely known for getting the ball in his hands and playing aggressive with it. And sometimes even when he can't get that ball, he's a great guy to be out on the outside. Now Knutson likes to motion him a bit to get good blocking going for him. But when PJ gets the ball in his hands, he is able to move.
He sure can. Going to be a lot of scouts at this game. Everybody trying to make a name for themselves as Hooks is just going to get stuffed right up the middle. St. X has let no holes open up. East offense definitely going to have their work cut out for them all night. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
It's going to be a little bit scary for this Lakota East offense. I mean, their game plan all year has just been right on the back of Ryder Hooks, let him do his thing and get his touchdowns. But when you shut down Ryder Hooks, you put Lakota East in a place where they need to pass, and that's something that even with now Knutson being great so far, it's not been super consistent.
Going to drop back to pass, going to step up, fires it out to Jaden Say, who makes a nice catch. Jaden Say will get shoved out of bounds hard there, but it won't be before he gets a nice pickup on 3rd down. Move the chains for this Thunderhawk offense.
Jaden Say's definitely not been the #1 guy for Lakota East this year, but as we're coming into this game, he has definitely been the best and most consistent target for Niall Knutson. His targets were limited near the start of the year. We saw it a little bit more during that Oak Hills game in week 2, but it's just been a short bit.
Knutson going to screen pass out to Ryder Hooks, who is dropped hard. Ryder Hooks has had nothing going. Seems like every time he gets the ball, Kobe Clapper is right there to get him. Like you said about Jaden Say, though, obviously had a limited start first part of the season, battling a shoulder injury towards the end. He's going to be playing with everything he has. His last snaps as a Thunderhawk. Knutson going to have to take it himself after a little bit of a miscommunication. Will take a hard hit, but it won't be before he picks up a nice gain on what could have been a dangerous busted play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 now for this East offense.
Yeah, now Knutson had to scramble out there, didn't see anything far down, had to take it himself, ran right into Griffin Lyons there in the 2nd level.
Crowd gets loud now. St. X showing pressure. Knutson going to have to get it out quick. He'll step up on the left side. Knutson's got a lane up the sideline. Tackled at a 30-yard line. So Knutson back-to-back plays where he's used his legs, and a huge gain for this East offense.
This has been something we don't really see out of Niall Knutson. His rush attempts have been very limited this year. I don't remember seeing too much of it at all until tonight. This last play here bringing up a very good run for him. He's showing that he definitely needs to get going here because his Ryder Hooks running game is going to be shut down. We know that for sure. So we're just going to have to see Niall Knutson in this Lakota East offense finding more options.
Got to start thinking they're going to give it to Ryder Hooks out in space, and they will this time, trying to bust it to the outside. Ryder Hooks just going to pick up a couple of yards. Better than his last couple of runs, though, so he'll actually push the ball for a little bit of a gain. That first quarter, Hooks got 4 attempts, just 9 yards. St. X obviously tired of the Mr. Ohio football talk. Want to show that he's not all that, but it's going to be hard to contain him, especially when we get in the later parts of this game. Ryder Hooks just seems to be a guy who can just go the full length, almost gets better as the game nears the end. Yet to see him break one free, though. So McFarland will go out into motion. They'll give it to Hooks again, and again he will just get dropped after a little short gain. It'll bring up another 3rd down and 7 for this East offense.
It's definitely interesting seeing a guy like Ryder Hooks get shut down like he has been so far. Ryder Hooks, even with some of these shortcomings here in this first half, he is nearing a big goal of 2,000 yards on the season, just short of 80 yards away from said goal. So there's things he needs to do this match if he wants to get that done.
So Chris Stowe will go out for Carter Jones. McFarland goes into motion. Knutson drops back. X sends more pressure, and Knutson is hit and dropped for a sack. The sophomore Griffin Lyons with his 6th sack on the year, and an awkward spot now for East as you go from a possible 4th down and manageable to a 4th down and long. 4th and 14, definitely out of field goal range, but you don't want to go out of this possession empty-handed. They'll keep their offense on the field. Going to need a huge play out of one of these big receivers. Hard to think St. X won't send more pressure. They only send 4 as Knutson's going to fire. P.J. McFarland looked like he was under a lot of contact. No flag gets thrown, though, and St. X will take over.
So far, this matchup feels like Griffin Lyons has had now Knutson's number. Got him short there on that first rushing attempt, making it a little tough for Niall, and now getting that big sack to put the Lakota East offense into 4th and 14. It's definitely going to be a lot of pressure from St. X, especially, like I said, Griffin Lyons and Josh Fassbender, both big guys able to get up and into the pocket when they need to.
So Daniel Vollmer and the rest of the St. X offense definitely in a groove now. They'll get to the line really fast, trying to catch East off guard. They'll kick it out to Daniel Vollmer, trying to get a lane on the outside. Vollmer trying to tiptoe his way in bounds, but he will be marked down short of the 1st down. So bring up a 2nd down and 1. Vollmer scored both of St. X's touchdowns, only had 1 on the ground the whole year. He's doubled that number in just 1 half.
Lakota East definitely not ready for this outside run. Daniel Vollmer has been absolutely owning the outside run here, creeping up the sidelines for gains again and again and again.
Fry still looking at his play sheet. He'll send his man in motion. Snap it, fake the give. Looking left, he's got a man wide open downfield. Braxton Thurman can't break it up, and it is a really nice grab for Logan Von Hall. Just a sophomore out there, just 3 catches on the year. And St. X is going to be set up in East territory at the 30-yard line.
Logan Von Hall able to get up and open in double coverage there by, I believe, Cole Miranda and Braxton Thurman. And, just Cole Miranda, Braxton Thurman, both there trying to get that stop, but it just was completely unachievable. It's a nice grab by Logan Von Hall.
I give credit to this O-line, giving Fry all the time in the world, as this time Vollmer won't get much. He met Braxton Thurman close to the line of scrimmage. Dawson Reap was there to clean it up. Bring up a 2nd down and 8 now. Don't want to go behind 2 scores in a game like this. Figure you want to keep it close the whole time if you're East. St. Xavier defense is not one that allows comebacks too often.
Well as that, Lakota East, the team, does not play well from behind. When they get down hard, and they will need to be fighting to keep themselves in this game.
Fry's going to take it himself, trying to get to the outside. Dawson Reap is right there to get him, though, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. We'll have to see the look from this St. X offense. Big chance for East to get off the field here.
Definitely. I mean, Braxton Thurman and Dawson Reap are both guys who can go in and get it done. Dawson Reap, definitely a couple doubts coming into this season. Is he going to have as good of a senior year as his older brother did? And as we see so far, he's been playing great as a field manager out in the backfield.
They'll give it right up the middle on 3rd down. Britt's not going to get there. But after a nice run, St. X probably not going to settle for 3 and just go for it. Got a lot closer to the 1st down than I thought he did. Ref still waiting on a spot.
Penalty.
They will signal first down for St. X, so a nice run from Jake Britt on 3rd down and 5 to just barely move the chains.
Actually, a flag on the field too there. They just signaled it on Lakota East. Did not know what exactly it was, but still a 3rd down and 5, or no, sorry.
They're going to call personal foul on Lakota East. East away crowd not happy with it. St. X will be set up now at the 11-yard line.
St. X being put in a great field position here. They work their magic well in the red zone. Daniel Vollmer knowing what to do.
Fry's going to keep it himself, gets it out to McClatchy, and McClatchy makes a nice grab and just runs it into the end zone untouched. And St. X will go up by 2 scores early in this first half.
Alex McClatchy, the senior, has had a pretty good season so far. 28 receptions for 340 yards, and now his 5th touchdown. It's going to be a good game for him, too. He's been one of 3 guys that has been got to so far. Cam Taylor himself and Logan Von Hole, all guys that have been able to get open and showing that this Lakota East passing defense has some things they're going to need to fix going into halftime in these next couple of minutes.
Owen Davidson's extra point is up and good. Your score now 21-7 as we step away.
I'm Bailey. And I'm Natalie. And welcome back to your Sports Spotlight, the place to catch up on all the action from the field, the court, and beyond.
It's been an awesome fall season full of big moments, record breakers, and some serious Thunderhawk pride. Let's dive in.
First up, our football team is heading into the playoffs tonight. Let's keep packing the stands and cheering them on as they continue their postseason run.
And talk about making history. Ryder Hooks set another new school record for the single season rushing yards. That's one for the books. Congratulations, Ryder.
And over in cross country, our runners crush it all season. Riley Meyer from the boys' side and the girls' team are now headed to state. Good luck. The whole school's behind you.
And let's not forget about our girls' volleyball team who battled all the way to become district runner-ups. Way to fight hard and finish strong.
We're back just in time for this kickoff from Davidson. Into the end zone again on the kickoff. It'll be a touchback, and now Knutson now in the comeback spot. Lot to show for this sophomore. Down 21-7. It was a nice start to the game for East. The quick score to Jaden Say following a Jaden Say interception put East up 7-0. St. Xavier's just gone on a 21-0 run. Emphasize the run. They have just been dominant at the line of scrimmage. Daniel Vollmer is doing anything he wants back there. East defense has shown some flashes, but just got to stack downs together. Now the game's in the offense's hands, however. Carter Jones will go into motion. He'll get it out to Jones. Tries to find his blocks. Carter Jones will get a solid gain on first down. It'll bring up a second down now for East.
St. X's defense here definitely loading the pocket, trying to put as much pressure on Niall Knutson as possible, and they've been doing it well so far. These have been plays by the St. X defense where, looking back, if you can find a guy open deep, you can get a lot of yardage out of it. Jaden Say out here one-on-one. There's a lot of potential here depending on what Lakota East does.
See Alex Walker on him, though. Nice catch from P.J. McFarland on the outside. Towards the end of the season, he's been straying away from just staying with the offensive lineman at the line of scrimmage. They know he's one of East's best receivers. Just got to get him in space on the outside. When he's been on the outside, he's been doing very good, like you see there.
P.J. McFarland had a great game last week. 2 touchdowns for the senior.
Ryder Hooks tries to cut it back inside. Does not go anywhere, though. Stopped by Connor Bowerswilt. Bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Lakota East definitely in another bad spot for themselves here. But they've been here a lot so far. 2nd down and 10. They want more yardage here. They want to get into a more comfortable 3rd down position, and they're going to need to get a good chunk play here if they want to achieve that.
It's win or go home in these playoff games. To see what each of these teams are made of as Knutson's going to try to get it out to Carter Jones, and it's picked off. It's Jax Hendon. Jax Hendon to the end zone. A pick 6 for the Bombers.
Jax Hendon just read that play like a book. 5'11", 185. The senior safety got up and in for the pick. That's his 3rd interception. First pick 6 of the year coming in the playoffs here. Puts St. X up 27. With the extra point will be 28.
Getting a little bit of deja vu from last year's playoffs. Moeller was able to pick off JT Kitna 4 times in that game. And up to that point, Kitna has just thrown 3 interceptions. Now Knutson's only thrown 1, but it was a pick 6. So with the extra point, St. Xavier will go up 28-7 and will step away for just 1 second.
Lakota East. I'm Bailey. And I'm Natalie. And welcome back to your Sports Spotlight, the place to catch up on all the action from the field, the court, and beyond.
It's been an awesome fall season full of big moments, record breakers, and some serious Thunderhawk pride. Let's dive in.
First up, our football.
And we're back in St. Xavier High School. We'll give you some scores of other GMC teams that are playing in the playoffs. Fairfield won their first matchup against Mason. They are playing Elder currently, who went 10-0 in the regular season, beating this St. Xavier team. Elder is up 14-0 in the second quarter. Lakota West is on top of Moeller right now, 7-6. Moeller was able to answer the Lakota West touchdown with one of their own. The extra point was missed, though. The last one, Princeton playing Winton Woods. Princeton did get the bye, but Winton Woods is on top of them, 9-0 early in that game. Of course, your score here, 28-7 St. Xavier. East went up 7-0 to start the game, but after that, it's just been St. Xavier only. It's now Knutson's going to have to get the comeback started in this second quarter.
Other than that Jaden Say touchdown that went for about 20 or 30 yards, there's not been a whole lot going on this Lakota East offense. There have been a lot of struggles, and so far this St. X defense has been absolutely dominating. They found a way to get in the pocket, cover all the receivers, and just run this game so far.
Knutson's going to drop back, has nice pass protection that time. P.J. McFarland, a little bit too far for him. Knutson's looked a little bit shaky after his first touchdown pass. Obviously coming off the pick 6 on his last throw. Just couldn't connect with P.J. McFarland on that one.
Now Knutson definitely having a hard time here. And I mean, if I'm seeing all these St. X guys coming right at me, I would be too. But that is not as much of an excuse to be making some of these throws that have been unachievable, even for guys like P.J. McFarland or Jaden Say, tall and lanky and able to get the ball when they need to.
Knutson goes empty, and it does not matter. St. Xavier gets to him once again. Kobe Clapper and Eli Fleetwood in there to bring it down. And it is going to be a 3rd down and 16 for Niall Knutson and the rest of this East offense.
No times so far now. 2 on that one drive before. Now I'm assuming, I think 3 actually. He has been fighting for his life in the backfield right now, and this is starting to become a fight he's losing. O-line needs to get up there. It needs to get into these pass blocking game, because it's becoming a scenario where if Niall Knutson isn't able to get the ball out, Ryder Hooks clearly has been shut down already. This is a game where Lakota East's offense is nearing an absolute shutdown.
Yeah, St. Xavier playing with a lot of swag right now. As East will take a timeout. They'll talk things over. Definitely want to give now Knutson a breath. We'll update you with other scores of GMC teams after halftime. Got about 2 minutes, 24 seconds left in this first half. As here we go, 3rd and 17, and this offense needs a spark more than ever. Can they get it? Knutson drops back, fires long downfield for Chris Boyer, who turns around and makes a nice catch. Oh my goodness, I thought Knutson was going to put him short, but what a grab from Chris Boyer.
Chris Boyer, the 6'5" receiver, able to get over not only Jax Hendon, but I also believe he got over Braden Riley, senior DB, 6'3", and he got over both of them. What a grab.
Chance for Hooks to keep that momentum going as his helmet will fly off after taking a hard hit up the middle. Gonna need some help. That was actually a St. X defender who has his helmet fly off. Ryder Hooks just going to get a gain of about 2. But man, that was an electric grab from Chris Boyer. And you got to think he hasn't gotten any targets this game. Such a huge frame, 6'5", over 200 pounds. Want to get him the ball as much as you can. He's taller than every single St. X defender out there. Knutson going to use his legs again. Will not slide. Picks up a 1st down. Knutson has taken some hard hits, but he is right back up on his feet, showing a lot of fight and gritty toughness from the sophomore. Be a 1st down for the Thunderhawks.
This is a side of Niall Knutson I don't think I've seen before. He's found a way to get out of the pocket time and time again. They have not been ready for the quarterback run, and he's been able to get good yardage like this time and time again here.
Boyer goes out into motion. Knutson fakes the give to Hooks. Gonna fire it to Chris Boyer again. Too high for the 6'5" receiver. Could have been another huge play for Boyer. A little bit too high for him though. Knutson's got to hone that in. He's missed on a couple of throws early.
Definitely been a stressful moment for passing by both quarterbacks so far.
Hooks gets the give to the outside. Ryder Hooks, probably his best run of the game so far. He will get it really close to a 1st down. 3rd down and short now for the Thunderhawks.
Ryder Hooks off of the electric game last week. 5 touchdowns, over 200 yards on the ground, including, I believe, 2 passing touchdowns as well, making that total 5. He has been on his greatest season so far. This has been similar game to what we saw earlier this year in that Week 2 matchup against Oak Hills, where they held him to less than 40 yards on the ground.
Yeah, you got to think that Princeton game, too. Ryder Hooks just 9 carries for 9 yards. Hasn't had a game quite like that since, where he's been completely shut down. Knutson gonna go to the end zone, trying to find Chris Boyer. It is broken up. What a play from Braden Riley, the 6'3" DB. Man, he came out of nowhere to break that one up.
Braden Riley flying off the ground up into the air for that breakup. If that would have gotten into his hands, that would have been an electric pick for Braden Riley. Now Knutson's lucky that that ball wasn't picked off. Putting back here, 3rd and 4.
We're in a 4th down now, 4th down and 3. Got to think Knutson wanted it all, but should he have just taken it himself or just dumped it off to McFarland? A will this time to P.J. McFarland, who can't stay on his feet. Brought down by Jax Hendon, and St. X gets another 4th down stop as their offense will take over.
Lakota East getting risky here, going for it on 4th down. This time a little more achievable, 4th and 3, but before that crazy 4th and 17 attempt they could not accomplish. That game was definitely within field goal range there. Makes you wonder if it would have been safer for them to just take the little bit more realistic 3 to try and get up on the board at least a little bit going into this halftime.
Yeah, we'll have to see, though, if St. X can put up one more score before the half. Just 59 seconds left in this second quarter. They've dominated all of it. They have all 3 timeouts. 2 timeouts. Fry drops back, fires deep over the middle. Broken up by Braxton Thurman. Tried to find Daniel Vollmer, his running back, on a streak route, but just was not there, and it is 2nd down and 10.
Lakota East is trying their best here to continue maintain their passing defense. They've been doing a good job of that so far. Braxton Thurman getting in there. Pass could have been a little bit risky by Jackson Fry, but he tried his best to get that to Daniel Vollmer. Just wasn't achievable.
Fry counting heads. He'll drop back, taking himself on a quarterback draw. Fry's got a lot of space. Ball comes out. Hooks caused the fumble. East says they have it. It'll be 1st down, Lakota East.
What a play. Ryder Hooks knocking out the ball, giving it to Lakota. Never mind.
Oh.
Officials are going to say that St. X player got back on the ball. Lakota East fans not happy with the call on that.
Seemed like every single East defender pointed that the ball was going to them. Caught me off guard a little bit. But it'll stay St. X football.
Just give them a 1st down.
Would have been a huge momentum shift caused by Ryder Hooks, but Brian now going to drop back. Going to be wrapped up by Carson Schroyer. What a play from number 8.
Carson Schroyer definitely glad to be getting in that big play for the sack. He's not been a guy getting sacks too many times this year, but he gets back there again, putting St. X into a 2nd and 18 as the time runs down in this first half.
So Carson Schroyer gets the sour taste out of East's mouth with a nice sack to end the half, but look up at that scoreboard. It is still 28-7. The majority of this game being dominated by St. X. East is going to have to show a lot of fight in this second half. We'll be back after halftime.
I'm Bailey.
And I'm Natalie. And welcome back to your Sports Spotlight, the place to catch up on all the action from the field, the court, and beyond.
It's been an awesome fall season full of big moments, record breakers, and some serious Thunderhawk pride. Let's dive in.
First up, our football team is heading into the playoffs tonight. Let's keep packing the stands and cheering them on as they continue their postseason run.
And talk about making history. Ryder Hooks set another new school record for the single season rushing yards. That's one for the books. Congratulations, Ryder.
And over in cross country, our runners crushed it all season. Riley Meyer from the boys' side and the girls' team are now headed to state. Good luck, the whole school's behind you.
And let's not forget about our girls volleyball team who battled all the way to become district runner-ups. Way to fight hard and finish strong.
From soccer and golf to tennis and cheer, our fall athletes gave it everything they had, and it showed.
We also want to give a huge shout out to all of our athletes who made all GMC teams this season.
These players stood out in soccer, cross country, golf, and tennis, showing the best of what Lakota East athletics is all about.
Way to represent. We are proud of every single one of you.
Now as the temperature drops, things are heating up for winter sports.
That means it's time for basketball, wrestling, bowling, gymnastics, swimming, and even chess to take center stage.
Tryouts and practices are underway, and we can't wait to see our athletes hit the courts, mats, lanes, and pools.
Make sure to come out and support because nothing says school spirit like a packed crowd of Thunderhawk fans.
Congrats again to all of our fall athletes for an amazing season, and good luck to everyone starting their winter sports journey.
Keep working hard, keep representing, and as always, let's go Thunderhawks!
I'm Caleb Holt. I'm here for your club highlight for the week, and this week we're here with Chess Club. What got you interested in chess?
I was interested in chess first from just playing with my dad, just as a kid, like when I was 6 or something, and then it just seemed like fun, so I played my first chess tournament, and that was cool, so I just kind of kept on doing it and kept on learning.
I grew up with 5 siblings, and growing up, we often played one another just for fun.
And what's the most rewarding part about the chess community here at East?
Just playing for practices and having fun.
Well, Mr. Crowder's quite nice. I like him. Clubs is fun. It builds a sense of community.
Being able to learn with other people, play chess with other people, learn them as a person, know them as a person, and then play them in chess. And it becomes really, you actually kind of build that connection. You sort of know the people and the player.
If someone wanted to join Chess Club, would they need any prior experience or?
Of course, with the game, you have a huge range of skill levels, but you do have people at the very beginner level, so anyone can just join.
With the chess club, we welcome everybody at all levels. Somebody is just shy of the grandmaster level. Of course, we'd want you in here, but in addition, we welcome anybody.
What's your favorite chess piece?
The knight.
Probably rook.
Queen.
I'm gonna go with the knight.
Senior.
Hola Thunderhawks, today we're checking out the Lakota East Spanish Club. Let's see what they've been up to. So what is Spanish Club all about?
Spanish Club is all about people who take Spanish or speak Spanish coming together in a low-pressure environment and just getting the opportunity to practice and learn more about the culture. We always eat food. We do crafts, we do games, different things like that.
What's your favorite memory or activity from Spanish Club?
Actually, every year we do a Day of the Dead cookie decorating contest, and that's one of my favorites that we do. We also, toward the end of the year, go to El Rancho Grande. We just walk over there through the parking lot, and that's always a lot of fun.
How do these activities help students connect with language and culture outside the classroom?
I think that they just give them the opportunity to see how people use Spanish in real life and also to get to know the cultures that speak Spanish a little bit more. And so it's a really fun environment because it's not a class.
Spanish Club isn't just about learning a language, it's about celebrating culture, creativity, and connection. Back to you guys.
We're highlighting Speech and Debate Club. It meets every Wednesday after school in room 228 with Mr. Warren. Why should someone join Speech and Debate Club?
I feel like it's so helpful with improving your talking skills with other people. It's like when you guys get to that room, it's so stressful and you're so scared because you're like, you don't know who you're going to compete against. It's all random. It's a good way to get better at talking.
What do you do at competitions?
You basically go against another team, and it's based off this one topic that is given out before the competition where you each research and pick out your points. What side drawing is decided during the actual match by a coin flip, and then whoever has better points wins.
Why did you join speech and debate?
So when I was a lot younger, I was really good at talking to other people and I was so confident. But then as I got into high school, those skills just like disappeared. I just got so anxious all the time. But I feel like this club was a good way to rekindle that sort of fire it had in me, like talk with other people and just share my mind, because I'm very passionate about what I think and what I believe. So this is a good outlet for me.
I'm Elizabeth Tilly Vernon, and that's this week's club highlight. Back to the desk.
Hey Hawks, this week's club spotlight is on Gardening Club. They're all about growing plants, building community, and bringing some green to Lakota East. What is the mission or purpose of the Gardening Club?
Lakota East Gardening Club is a student-led club that empowers students to make a difference in their community through gardening.
Can you tell us about the favorite project the club has worked on?
Yeah, last year we did my favorite project in the club. Last October we painted miniature pumpkins for our Halloween meeting, and with some cool different designs, we put those around the school, just to increase the seasonal spirit and around the school and get ready for the Halloween season.
Wow. What's one reason the students should join the Gardening Club this year?
Students should join Gardening Club to learn how to be good stewards of their community and learn how to give back through service projects and learn just a little bit more about gardening.
Who's seeing the vision here? Who's seeing the vision here?
Hey, I'm Elizabeth Tilly Vernon, and this week's club highlight is FCA. I have leader Max Clue with me. Max, what is FCA?
So FCA stands for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It is a global organization where athletes can come together in community and just build in their faith and learn more about Jesus every day. So at meetings, we do worship to start. So we have 2 worship songs where we just get together and sing. And then we'll have a message by one of the leaders of FCA. And then after that, we have small groups where we all come together and just be able to build community with each other. We meet in room 200 at 7:15 a.m. every single Friday, and then every second week of the month we have breakfast in the senior cafe at the same time on Fridays at 7:15 a.m. See you guys there.
That was this week's club highlight, and I hope to see you guys on Friday at 7:15 a.m.
So the first question is, what was your favorite childhood TV show?
Low-key, Gravity Falls was fire.
Gravity Falls, okay, that was tough, okay.
What was your favorite childhood cartoon?
Elmo. Probably like Dora or Octo Buddies.
Okay, that's okay. Dang, I haven't heard that in a minute.
I think mine was Lab Rats.
Mine was definitely SpongeBob.
Probably SpongeBob.
All right.
SpongeBob.
Probably SpongeBob.
I would have to go with either SpongeBob or Bubble Guppies.
Okay, that's a cool choice. Okay.
And what was your favorite childhood toy?
I have a lot of Squishmallows, so probably one of those.
Stuffed animals fire.
Probably like Legos. Or like the Hot Wheel cars, or like the cars from Cars 2, Cars 1, like the movies is fire.
Oh, those like color by numbers.
My Barbie dream house and the American Girl doll.
Mine was definitely Barbies.
My favorite childhood toy was probably my Barbies. All my Barbies.
Barbies.
What's your childhood snack, favorite childhood snack?
Favorite childhood snack? Loki gotta be the blue Doritos, bro.
I liked apples and caramel. Actually, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a good snack.
Snack?
Yeah.
Oh, those yogurt on the Go-Gurts? Yeah.
I liked applesauce a lot.
I like goldfish.
I would say cereal, any type. That was my favorite, yeah.
Those little puff things, like the baby puff things.
Cheez-Its.
Hey, Scooby Snacks. Scooby Snacks were underrated.
Okay, that's rare. Appreciate y'all for letting me ask y'all some questions. Who am I here with today?
Hunter, a.k.a. Doughboy.
All right, and today's question is, what was your favorite Halloween costume you wore when you was a kid?
I had a light-up stick figure costume.
My favorite Halloween costume, I probably like a bear.
That's calm. That's calm. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dorothy. Definitely Spider-Man. I went as that like 4 years in a row.
I like being Super Mario.
That's a valid choice.
I used to dress up as a pumpkin.
There was a lot, but I remember one. It was a Ninja Turtle costume.
My favorite Halloween costume was probably Hermione Granger.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Okay, that's calm.
This is a weird one. There's this old thing from the 80s called the California Raisins. I had a California Raisins costume.
Appreciate you for letting me ask you a question, Mr. Bach.
No problem, man. Thanks.
I think it was when I was Joker in 7th grade, because I think that really was fun to do.
That's fire costume. I was Batman when I was a kid, so that's cool. But all right, thank you.
My name is Max Clute.
My name is Luke Mickelson.
And we are
former students of digital media and content creation. I was able to transform my ideas through digital media and content creation by putting my ideas into an actual reality.
Content creation's easily been my favorite class I've ever taken at Lakota East. We've done some great projects, some of my best projects ever, such as a shot-for-shot remake of Revenge of the Sith, 2 short films, and a music video featuring Lucas Decker. Shout out.
Not only can you pretty much film whatever you want, but you can also perfect your craft in editing through Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and other specific licensed companies that aren't normally offered by other classes.
And now we're going to show you some of our favorite filming locations that we've ever filmed at last year. Starting off with our first location, we got the Aux Gym. We filmed our one and only music video here. It was pretty great. Had a good time.
And here is the wrestling room, where we filmed all of our short films for MMA fighting, where you could do the same.
And here's the Lakota East hallways, where we interviewed countless people, such as Tyler David Meadows, the new Division I athlete at Kent State.
And this is the broadcasting studio, where you can film countless podcasts, record songs, and even do voiceovers with your friends on your projects.
This is truly where all the magic happens, in Mr. Bach's classroom. You take the SD card that you filmed all your stuff with, plug it in the computer, and you go to work with your editing. So if you're interested in taking content creation as a class at Lakota East, stop by room 243 in Bell 3. You see me in the capstone class with Lucas Mickelson.
Thank you guys for watching.
Lakota East. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Natalie. And welcome back to your Sports Spotlight, the place to catch up on all the action from the field, the court, and beyond.
It's been an awesome fall season full of big moments, record breakers, and some serious Thunderhawk pride. Let's dive in.
First up, our football team is heading into the playoffs tonight. Let's keep packing the stands and cheering them on as they continue their postseason run.
And talk about making history. Ryder Hook set another new school record for the single season rushing yards. That's one for the books. Congratulations, Ryder.
And over in cross country, our runners crushed it all season. Riley Meyer from the boys' side and the girls' team are now headed to state. Good luck, the whole school's behind you.
And let's not forget about our girls volleyball team who battled all the way to become district runner-ups. Way to fight hard and finish strong.
From soccer and golf to tennis and cheer, our fall athletes gave it everything they had and it showed.
We also want to give a huge shout out to all of our athletes who made all GMC teams this season.
These players stood out in soccer, cross country, golf, and tennis, showing the best of what Lakota East athletics is all about.
Way to represent. We are proud of every single one of you.
Now as the temperature drops, things are heating up for winter sports.
That means it's time for basketball, wrestling, bowling, gymnastics, swimming, and even chess to take center stage.
Tryouts and practices are underway, and we can't wait to see our athletes hit the courts, mats, lanes, and pools.
Make sure to come out and support because nothing says school spirit like a packed crowd of Thunderhawk fans.
Congrats again to all of our fall athletes for an amazing season, and good luck to everyone starting their winter sports journey.
Keep working hard, keep representing, and as always, let's go Thunderhawks!
I'm Caleb Holt. I'm here for your club highlight for the week, and this week we're here with Chess Club. What got you interested in chess?
I was interested in chess first from just playing with my dad, just as a kid, like when I was 6 or something, and then it just seemed like fun, so I played my first chess tournament, and that was cool, so I just kind of kept on doing it and kept on learning.
I grew up with 5 siblings, and growing up, we often played one another just for fun.
And what's the most rewarding part about the chess community here at East?
Just playing for practices and having fun.
Well, Mr. Carter's quite nice. I like him. Clubs is fun. It builds a sense of community.
Being able to learn with other people, play chess with other people, learn them as a person, know them as a person, and then play them in chess. And it becomes really, you actually kind of build that connection. You sort of know the people and the player.
If someone wanted to join Chess Club, would they need any prior experience or?
Of course, with the game, you have a huge range of skill levels, but you do have people at the very beginner level, so anyone can just join.
With the chess club, we welcome everybody at all levels. Somebody's just shy of the grandmaster level, of course we'd want you in here, but in addition, we welcome anybody.
What's your favorite chess piece?
The knight.
Probably rook.
Queen. I'm gonna go with the knight.
Senior.
Hola Thunderhawks, today we're checking out the Lakota East Spanish Club. Let's see what they've been up to. So what is Spanish Club all about?
Spanish Club is all about people who take Spanish or speak Spanish coming together in a low-pressure environment and just getting the opportunity to practice and learn more about the culture. We always eat food. We do crafts, we do games, different things like that.
What's your favorite memory or activity from Spanish Club?
Actually, every year we do a Day of the Dead cookie decorating contest, and that's one of my favorites that we do. We also, toward the end of the year, go to El Rancho Grande. We just walk over there through the parking lot, and that's always a lot of fun.
How do these activities help students connect with language and culture outside the classroom?
I think that they just give them the opportunity to see how people use Spanish in real life and also to get to know the cultures that speak Spanish a little bit more. And so it's a really fun environment because it's not a class.
Spanish Club isn't just about learning a language, it's about celebrating culture, creativity, and connection. Back to you guys.
We're highlighting Speech and Debate Club. It meets every Wednesday after school in room 228 with Mr. Warren. Why should someone join Speech and Debate Club?
I feel like it's so helpful with improving your talking skills with other people. It's like when you guys get to that room, it's so stressful and you're so scared because you're like, you don't know who you're going to compete against. It's all random. It's a good way to get better at talking.
What do you do at competitions?
You basically go against another team, and it's based off this one topic that is given out before the competition where you each research and pick out your points. What side you're on is decided during the actual match by a coin flip, and then whoever has better points wins.
Why did you join Speech and Debate?
So when I was a lot younger, I was really good at talking to other people and I was so confident, but then as I got into high school, those skills just disappeared. I just got so anxious all the time. But I feel like this club was a good way to rekindle that sort of fire, had me talk with other people and just share my mind, because I'm very passionate about what I think and what I believe. So this is a good outlet for me.
I'm Elizabeth Tilly Vernon, and that's this week's club highlight. Back to the desk.
Hey Hawks, this week's club spotlight is on Gardening Club. They're all about growing plants, building community, and bringing some green to Lakota East. What is the mission or purpose of the Gardening Club?
Lakota East Gardening Club is a student-led club that empowers students to make a difference in their community through gardening.
Can you tell us about the favorite project the club has worked on?
Yeah, last year we did my favorite project in the club. Last October we painted miniature pumpkins for our Halloween meeting, and with some cool different designs, we put those around the school, just to increase the seasonal spirit around the school and get ready for the Halloween season.
Wow. What's one reason the students should join the Gardening Club this year?
Students should join Gardening Club to learn how to be good stewards of their community and learn how to give back through service projects and learn just a little bit more about gardening.
Who's seeing the vision here? Who's seeing the vision here?
Hey, I'm Elizabeth Tilly Vernon, and this week's club highlight is FCA. I have leader Max Clue with me. Max, what is FCA?
So FCA stands for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It is a global organization where athletes can come together in community and just build in their faith and learn more about Jesus every day. So at meetings, we do worship to start. So we have 2 worship songs, where we just get together and sing. And then we'll have a message by one of the leaders of SCA. And then after that, we have small groups where we all come together and just be able to build community with each other. We meet in room 200 at 7:15 a.m. every single Friday. And then every second week of the month, we have breakfast in the senior cafe at the same time on Fridays at 7:15 a.m. See you guys there.
That was this week's club highlight, and I hope to see you guys on Friday at 7:15 a.m.
So the first question is, what was your favorite childhood TV show?
Low key, Gravity Falls was fire.
Gravity Falls, okay, that was tough, okay.
What was your favorite childhood cartoon?
Elmo. Probably like Dora or Octo Buddies.
Okay, that's okay. Dang, I haven't heard that in a minute.
I think mine was Lab Rats.
Mine was definitely SpongeBob.
Probably SpongeBob.
All right.
SpongeBob.
Probably SpongeBob.
I would have to go with either SpongeBob or Bubble Guppies.
Okay, that's a cool choice, okay.
And what was your favorite childhood toy?
I have a lot of Squishmallows, so probably one of those.
Stuffed animals fire.
Probably like Legos. Or like the Hot Wheel cars, or like the cars from Cars 2, Cars 1, like the movies is fire.
Oh, those like color by numbers.
My Barbie Dream House and the American Girl doll.
Mine was definitely Barbies.
My favorite childhood toy was probably my Barbies. All my Barbies.
Barbies.
What's your childhood snack, favorite childhood snack?
Favorite childhood snack? Loki gotta be the blue Doritos, bro.
I liked apples and caramel. Actually, yeah.
All right. That's a good snack.
Snack?
Yeah.
Oh, those yogurt and the Go-Gurts? Yeah.
I liked applesauce a lot.
I like goldfish.
I would say cereal, any type. That was my favorite, yeah.
Those little puff things, like the baby like puff things.
Cheez-Its.
Hey, Scooby Snacks. Scooby Snacks were underrated.
Okay, that's rare. Appreciate y'all for letting me ask y'all some questions. Who am I here with today?
Hunter, aka Doughboy.
All right, and today's question is, what was your favorite Halloween costume you wore when you was a kid?
I had a light up stick figure costume.
My favorite Halloween costume, I probably like a bear.
That's calm. That's calm. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dorothy.
Definitely Spider-Man. I went as that like 4 years in a row.
I like being Super Mario.
That's a valid choice.
I used to dress up as a pumpkin.
We welcome you back to St. Xavier High School. Got a nice shot of the moon there. Can't quite see the definition on it. Just looks like a giant white light. But this score, 28-7, St. Xavier on top. Take you around to some of the other teams in the GMC. Winton Woods is on top of Princeton, 16-0. Lakota West is actually beating Moeller, 14-12. And Fairfield staying in a fight against Elder. That game is 14-7 as Rider Hooks will have a solid return up to around the 28-yard line. Obviously, this you see the score here, 28-7. East is going to have to get something going and fast against this stout St. X defense. It will not be easy to do.
Yeah, for sure. Lakota East's defense is coming into a tough environment here. And they're having to play on almost their best game. St. X has been putting up numbers on offense so far, and they've been absolutely shutting down every component of Lakota East defensively. Daniel Vollmer having himself a game with 9 attempts for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's been doing great so far.
You see the guy on the other side of the field, though. Rider Hooks. They'll give it out to Carter Jones, though. Jones tries to cut it inside. Jones leads this East team in catches, yards. See why they're great athlete. Just want to get him into space. A nice catch and run for number 5. It'll be a 7-yard pickup, bring up 2nd down and 3.
Lakota East is definitely going to have to make sure that they maintain their capability of these smaller plays. They started off going for a lot of big moves and a lot of big plays, and it worked for a little bit, but it has not been it so far.
Well, they go medium this time. Carter Jones with another nice catch past the 40-yard line. So 2 early grabs for number 5, and East offense is finally getting something going.
Lakota East is definitely going to have to run more pass-heavy offense here. Like I've mentioned time and time again, their game plan has always been to run Ryder Hooks into the ground, and he has been completely shut down here so far. St. X has an answer.
Yeah, Ryder Hooks this time, though, finds a nice hole, picks up a gain of around 6. East offense doing a good job of picking up yards on 1st down. Did not do that much in that first half. It just seems like St. Xavier was all over them every single time on 1st. Nice run that time from Hooks.
Definitely. I mean, now Knutson is not the greatest quarterback when it comes to throwing it deep. As we've seen so far, when he tries to huck it downfield, it has not worked out in his favor.
Hooks will not get much that time, though. A lot of different bombers came on him quickly. It'll be a 3rd down and 4. Another 3rd down situation for this East offense. Struggled in the first half, went 0 for 2 on 3rd. We'll have to see what they got, though. Close to St. Xavier territory. We'll see. Fakes to give the Hooks. Knutson tries to get it himself. He's going to be stopped about 1 or 2 yards short. Hard to think this East team is not going to go for it, though, as we see Chris Stowe down for East in some discomfort. We're going to step away for just a moment while they get him sorted out.
I'm Bailey.
And I'm Natalie. And welcome back to your Sports Spotlight, the place to catch up on all the action from the field, the court, and beyond.
It's been an awesome fall season full of big moments, record breakers, and some serious Thunderhawk pride. Let's dive in.
First up, our football team is heading into the playoffs tonight. Let's keep packing the stands and cheering them on as they continue their postseason run.
And talk about making history. Ryder Hooks set another new school record for the single season rushing yards. That's one for the books. Congrats.
East gets Stowe sorted out. 4th down and 2 now. Try to get to the line quickly.
East's 3rd time going for it on 4th down. Have not converted so far.
They give it to Hooks, who slips through a tackle. Ryder Hooks gets to the outside. Ryder Hooks picks up the 1st down and then some. What a run for number 24.
That is the longest run of the night so far for Ryder Hooks. Up until now, he's been averaging 2 yards. He's been 9 for 21 with his longest being only 7. That was a nice pickup for number 24.
Yeah, needed it from a guy like him. If East is going to have any chance of coming back in this game, Ryder Hooks is going to have to start pushing the ball downfield. They'll go right back to him. Throws a mean stiff arm, but doesn't get him much. A lot of yelling from this St. Xavier crowd.
Cody subs out Braden August for Ryder Hooks.
August will come in, sophomore running back. Second down and 7 now. Knutson. A lot of time in the pocket. Just gets it out to Carter Jones, who can't do much with it. it's wrapped up after a 3-yard loss, so that'll hurt East's cause here as they go from a 2nd down and 7 to a 3rd and 10.
Now Knutson had Jaden Say deep there. It's okay, though. Got the readout to Carter Jones, stumbled on his feet a little bit, pushed the ball back. Just hoping to have Lakota East not get too predictable with their play style. Cannot run Rider Hooks too much. It has just not been working anyways.
Knutson going to look to pass. He gets it out to P.J. McFarland, who makes a nice out route grab. Picks up the 1st down on 3rd and 10, and East will move the chains.
Lakota East was 3 for 7 coming into the second half on 3rd down conversions. Now they have gotten 2 of them so far, bringing up this average nicely. They're getting a little bit more confident, and I'm loving to see it.
Yeah, just 3 for 7. They were 0 for 2 on 4th down. Picked up a 4th down earlier to start this game. P.J. McFarland makes another nice catch. Won't get to the 1st down, but East just putting the ball in their playmakers' hands. I feel like you have to in a situation like this. Seen McFarland go out to receiver quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe getting a little bit predictable there in the run game.
Great thing about the Lakota East is you have weapons. If Rider Hooks can't run it, you got P.J. McFarland to receive. If he can't get it, you got Carter Jones, Chris Boyer, and Jaden Say, all very viable guys you can get here.
Knutson just has to get the ball to him. He'll get it to Carter Jones, who will get tackled down. It's actually Chris Boyer on the catch. Nice tackle, though, from Jake Britt, possibly saving a touchdown, but it will be a 1st down. Now 1st and goal for the Thunderhawks. Definitely want to put up a touchdown here. It would be a great way to start the second half. Great way to start your comeback bid. Already 5 minutes being shaved off this drive as they'll go to Rider Hooks right up the middle, who's going to stay on his feet and push it for a solid game inside the 5-yard line now. East is inching closer and closer. Tackle down from Griffin Lyons, who had a great 1st half.
This is definitely coming in, and we're seeing Rider Hooks start to get a lot more physical in his running style. He's normally a guy who you'll have trying to slip through an offense, but in this case, he's just going to have to start running into guys to get these extra yards.
Knutson might have had McFarland on the outside, but he will just be hit hard from Aiden Reeder. Get to the line of scrimmage. If he just kept his eyes to the right, McFarland looked wide open on an out route, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Sometimes when you're out there on quarterback, you see guys coming from behind you, coming from the right, coming from the left. You got to move somehow. Even if P.J. McFarland was open, that would be a cross-body throw on the move for Niall Knutson. Something we have not seen almost at all. Niall's definitely the kind of guy where you're going to see him trying to stick in the pocket if he's going to throw. He will be wanting to roam out and go for a run if he needs to, rather than trying to roll out and make a pass.
Yeah, really tough. Artie was sacked 4 times in that 1st half. Definitely heard the footsteps. A lot on the sophomore's mind. He will pick up a couple of yards, though, on that run. 2nd down and 2. Might have been a flag on St. Xavier that we missed. Knutson has to scramble out again and will take another sack. It's going to be backed up near the 10-yard line there. No chance to throw it away as he had defenders coming from his right and his left. This East O-line has struggled to hold up this game. Be a 3rd down and goal from the 9 now. Seemed like an easy touchdown, is now looking a lot worse.
That was Nick Klee on the sack. The junior linebacker has not had his name called too many times tonight. That was a nice job by him bringing up this scary 3rd down.
He's got 3 receivers to his right. He's got Jaden Say to his left, and he takes a monster hit. Oh my goodness, Connor Barriswilt on the sack. 6th sack taken.